Hey people, it's finally time for a Gen 5 battle. So this was the first battle I had, literally the very first Gen 5 battle I had. So yeah, here we go. I start off with my Burungeru, which is a new Gen 5 poke, obviously. He started off with the new Frostlass, which obviously isn't new, kind of disappointed, but it's Frostlass. Kind of boring. He goes for the taunt. I don't really know why, because I was kind of predicting it, but at the same time, Burungeru is usually all out offensive, I think. I don't really know. Anyway, I go for the U-turn, bring out my hihiduruma, which is a new Gen 5 poke as well. 140 base attack. It's really good. Except he brings in a Miltank, which I'm guessing is defense bulky with thick fat, so I don't actually do anything at all. It's kind of sad. Kind of neutralizes hihiduruma in Smash, but whatever. So I go out to my Tuffle, which cookie to anyone who gets that reference. Probably no one will, but anyway. It's a Rankurusu, it's a new Psychic type, 125 base attack, 110 base HP with Magic Guard. He goes out into Burungeru, which, there was no reason for him to go into Burungeru, so I was kind of suspicious. And I go for a Calm Mind just to, see what he's going to do. And he goes for a Night Burst, which confirms my suspicion that this is actually a Zoroark. So, yeah. That's bad. It does tell me he has a Burungeru, which is nice to know. Although I knew anyway from looking at the thing, but it's still 9. So, I recover up. I do have Focus Blast on this, because it's a Calm Minder. But, he got an accuracy drop with Night Burst, and I'm not going to hit, let's be honest. So, I switch out, go to my Swampert, who takes a lot from Night Burst. I didn't actually think I'd take that much. Zoroark's pretty powerful. I go for my Rocks as he switches into Frostlass. Now, Frostlass goes for Destiny Bond to trap me, but to kill me. And this Swampert is not the same as my Gen 4 one. Because my Gen 4 one had, I think, 58 attack EVs. And for this one, I put those attack EVs into special defense. So, it's not enough to take it out, which means Destiny Bond won't kill me. And I get to go for the Roar now. And dodge the Destiny Bond and Frostlass is dead on switching, which is a nice play. And he brings out Miltank. And I probably switched to Skarmory now, I can't quite remember. I had this match at the weekend, or I had all my Gen 5 battles. Yeah. This one, I really don't like this battle, but whatever. I don't like this battle, but never mind. He goes for a Body Slam. I think I get I do get the Power Hacks. And does nothing, obviously, but yeah. So it's still 6-6 at this point. We're just still scouting out and stuff. He Death Bodders his Frostlass now, as I probably set up Spikes, although I think I get Power Hacks, I can't remember. No, I did set up Spikes, which is nice. And in case you don't know how Zoroark's ability works, he disguises himself as the person who is last in the party. So that's why I know that Zoroark now will always be a Burungeru, and that's why I know Burungeru is at the bottom. That's why it's right there, I think. Anyway, so I set up Spikes because I knew the Zoroark would be hit by Spikes, because I thought at the time Burungeru had Levitate, so I thought that was a good way to tell them, but it doesn't. It has Water Absorb / Cursed Body, which I think is its Dream World ability. I'm not sure, but so that didn't really work. But I do figure out he brings in Zoroark now, just because the fact it had been hit and I hadn't actually seen his real Burungeru yet, so I knew it was a Zoroark. Roar him out into Electivire, which is actually not that bad, because it can't hurt me. It has a Balloon, which is a new item, stops it getting hit by Earthquake, which is quite nice now for things like Heatran. And I roar him out, bring in his real Burungeru. I can tell, obviously, it's the real one, just because, it had no previous damage. You really got to be quite careful with Zoroark around. But it would be a lot better if you didn't know the teams before the battle, because it kind of you kind of can predict and expect which one he will put Zorok as, but yeah, you'll probably see more in later battles. So I go up to my Tuffle thinking I can set up on this thing, but it carries Shadow Ball, which I should have seen coming, really. I really should have seen that coming. And I learned from my next couple of battles, Burungeru's special attack is actually, I don't know what it is, but it seems to do a lot of damage to me whenever I'm in, so it can't be that bad. I thought I'd be able to settle with my Carmines, but I'm not. So I go out into Scarm, Chicken, Shadow Ball, no problem. And, yep, special defense drop, of course. So, he's back to full with, leftovers. And I'm just thinking, did his Zorok have a life orb? I can't even remember. But yeah, probably did. Goes out to Electivire, and I probably set up Spikes or get Power Hacks. Spikes. I don't get Power Hacks, I don't think that much in this battle. So I expect him to go for, I don't know, not a Thunder Punch. He goes for the Thunder Punch, which isn't too bad, but I'm a Skarmory, so I can take it. Set up my third layer of Spikes, so things aren't actually looking that bad. I have all 6 of my guys left, I have Rocks up, and I have Spikes. So this is looking good. This, on the other hand, changes things, as you'll see in a moment. He goes for the Thunder Punch. I'm not affected by that, obviously. And he goes for the Ice Punch now, and gets the Freeze. It is quite cool how they actually freeze now, instead of, you know, like they don't move and they go blue, but yeah. And this is a kind of boring bit of the battle. Nothing much to say here. He just keeps going for cross chop for some stupid reason, and I just don't unthaw, basically, as I never ever do. So I think he finally goes for Ice Punch this turn. It doesn't do that too much to me. I still don't unthaw. Obviously, if I can unthaw and actually Earthquake him, I'll probably kill him. But on this turn, he just goes for an Earthquake, crits me, and I die. Yeah. So I go up to my hihiduruma, who I think I didn't say before, his ears scarfed, that's pretty much all of them are. I was kind of predicting a switch to Miltank / Burungeru, thinking of U-turn, but I don't over-predict. I go for the full Ebbets, and Electivire dies. So yay! Even though that thing wasn't really a problem to me anyway, but then he brings out this ugly bastard. And I really don't like Ropushin. Well, I kind of do like Ropushin, but I don't want faith in them. I think he'll go for a bulk up, expecting me to switch, so I stay in. He Mac punches. Bye bye Hihiduruma. So now I go into my guy you haven't seen yet, which is my Dentura. Obviously another new poke. So I really like this guy. The plan was to go for a Specs Volt Change and Death for the Skarmory, then bring him back in and go for a Thunder, so I could 2-hit KO him, kind of. But then I look down and I see Tackle. Yeah, Tackle. I couldn't find Volt Change on the Sav, so I meant to teach him for TM, and I forgot. So I kind of went into this battle. Decided to go for my choice specs Thunder instead. Even with Compound Eyes, I miss, and he kills me with Payback. But I still have hope. I go to my Tuffle. I can't mind knowing I can take a couple of paybacks. Turns out I can't take a couple of paybacks. Ropushin is just that awesome. I think he did get min-max damage and all that crap, and yeah, so I still have hope. Still have hope. I need to hope that he goes into Burungeru now on my Stone Edge. I can 2-hit KO Burungeru, and then I can sweep the rest of his team with High Jump Kick. But he doesn't switch. I don't have hope anymore. I could switch out to get my regeneration boost, but yeah, I'm not going to win unless I crit him to death, so I decided to switch out. And that is good game. Well, I mean, I decided to run, you know what I meant. So yeah, that's my first Gen 5 battle. Didn't go brilliantly. It did help me out a little bit. I now know that I changed the EVs on my Rankuru suit to make it more defensive so it can better take on Ropushins. And yeah, I didn't play too badly. I just kind of got hacked a bit and a bit unlucky, but yeah. So that's my first Gen 5 battle. My next one is well, you'll see. So stay tuned for that. If you are actually wondering how my first Gen 4 battle went a long time ago, I actually won my first Gen 4 battle, and I had a 24 match win streak before my very first loss. And I only lost that match because I missed 3 meteor matches in a row and a leaf storm. You'd think I'd be over it by now, but I'm not. Really still gets me. But anyway, yeah. So didn't win my first Gen 5 battle, but I'm a lot more into the metagame now. I started off underestimating a lot of poke like Burungeru special attack type thing. But yeah. I get better. So stay tuned for some more battles. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.